Every week we report on some of the incredible life-saving discoveries that are made in Israel. Joining us today in the studio is Amir London. He's the CEO of Kamada Pharmaceuticals, and he's here to talk to us about some of the innovative products his company is developing. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So to begin, what are these products in your company's portfolio? I'd love to hear about them.
Okay, thank you. Kamada is an Israeli-based international biopharmaceutical company. The products we make are what's called plasma-derived products, which means that we start our production with plasma or with blood, and our technology is in the purification of that starting material into specific proteins and specific immunoglobulins for the treatment of life-threatening diseases.
Interesting. Now, what are some of these diseases that you guys are dealing with?
Okay. Our lead product is called Glacia. It's a protein. It's an alpha-1 antitrypsin protein, which is a protein which is developed. It's produced by healthy individuals in the liver, and it has a lot of different properties, a lot of different functions in our body. There is a genetic disorder, people that are born with lack of production of that protein, and those people will develop a very severe lung disease. Usually symptoms start at around age 30 to 40, and their situation will worsen over time. They will need to get a lung transplantation, and eventually, unfortunately, they will die from that disease. What we do, we purify the plasma into that specific protein, and we give it to the people as a chronic treatment, augmentation treatment, in order to elevate the level of protein in their blood, and this way basically to protect their lungs and to allow them to live a much better, healthy life.
So the products that you are offering are specifically for this disease. Are there any other diseases as well that your products?
Yes, we have different products. This is our lead product, what I mentioned. Other products are, again, for life-threatening diseases. For example, we have a product for anti-rabies, people that are exposed to a rabid animal. So it's a prophylactic treatment. Those people will get to the ER and will get our vaccine that will basically save their lives.
Wow, that's huge. Now, what inspired your company to focus on research and development into these illnesses more specifically?
Okay, so we are in what's called the rare disease space, what's called orphan designation drugs. These are diseases that are rare, less than 100,000 people, for example, in the US or in Europe. And the regulators are giving specific incentives for companies to develop products for those rare diseases. Okay. And we are in that space. Okay. We have a very highly innovative technology around the purification of those products. And based on the technologies that we were able to develop, we are targeting our product to that orphan space, rare disease space, in order to bring medicines for the unmet medical needs.
Now, are these products already on the market? Can people access them, or are they still being tested?
So we do have product on the market. We are a commercial company already. We are selling our products in over 20 countries already, including the US. So we are an FDA-approved company, FDA-approved facility where we make the product ourselves. And the products are available. Yes, of course, we are also developing additional indication, additional products.
What are you developing right now? What are you working on?
So for our lead alpha-1 antitrypsin product, it's in development currently for additional 3 indications. Exactly same product, using its properties to treat other disease, again, life-threatening diseases, around the immune system. So we are currently testing it for what's called GVHD, which is a very severe complication of a bone marrow transplant. We are testing it for a lung transplant rejection, and we are testing it for type 1 diabetes. So all 3 programs are in clinical development, currently in phase 2 development, and we hope to bring those products to the market also in the years to come.
Those are more common diseases than some of the ones you mentioned before, no?
Type 1 diabetes is more common,
right.
Yes, but GVHD and lung transplant are also under what's called this orphan designation, meaning it's a rare disease, less than 100,000 people in the US or Europe which are affected by that disease.
Now, what's interesting to me is, Kamada Pharmaceuticals is based here in Israel, correct?
Correct.
Why do you think that there's so much development happening within Israel when it comes to fighting these diseases more specifically?
Right. So we were fortunate to have the ability to develop this technology, of this purification technology, which is the best in the industry, the best in the world, basically. As an example, we're the only company in the world that are able to develop this product, alpha-1 antitrypsin, as a liquid ready-to-infuse product, while our competitors, which are huge companies, are able to develop it only as a powder that needs to be mixed with water before it can be administered to the patients. The fact that we have a liquid ready-to-infuse product gave us a major advantage. People prefer to use our product versus the competitors because it's easier, because it's safer. Okay? So we are very innovative in the way we develop the product and the different indications that we take it. And this is based on the fact that we are a relatively small company compared to the giants of the pharmaceutical world, and we're highly dedicated to that specific protein, to that specific product, and we take it all the way, leading the world in that regard.
So what is next, for your company? You spoke about some of these products, but how does your company work to I guess, get international coverage and international awareness about what you're creating?
Okay, good question. So we are publicly traded on the Tel Aviv Exchange and the NASDAQ. So we are known, and we have investors from the US, from Europe, all around the world investing in Kamada. We are on a very fast growth mode currently. We finished last year at around $70 million sales. We gave a projection for this year to be between $75 to $80 million, and we gave already a projection for next year that we are going to reach $100 million sales.
How old is the company?
The company has been around for quite some time, but we've kind of reinvented ourselves a few years ago, moving from more of the generic product into the innovative rare disease product. So we've been around, but we are young in terms of being in the innovative orphan space.
So, if we have viewers who are interested in accessing the products that you guys are offering, how can they do that?
So the products are available. Like I mentioned, they are FDA approved and they are being sold in many countries around the world. Because it's very special products, so usually those patients are being treated in specialty medical centers, and the physicians know how to get those products. If someone is suffering from a rare lung disease, okay, they need to be tested for that alpha-1 deficiency, what I mentioned before. And if they are found to be alpha-1 deficient with this genetic disorder, the physician will know basically how to prescribe the drug and can get it from us.
Right. Well, it's amazing to hear about all these products that you guys are creating. It seems like you're already having a huge impact on the world, and I think we're all excited to see what comes out next. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.